how's it going?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's so good to see you again, Abby. I hope you've had a good last few weeks since the last time we met.
Yeah, they've been okay.
Um, just can you share a little bit about what brought you here today, or what's been on your mind the last few weeks?
Yeah, for sure. Since I've been coming here, I've been experiencing a lot of stomach issues and GI stuff, and I think it's just as I get older, there's just a bunch of stuff um, that we're finding out about, and I feel like my mood has been really affected by. I don't know if it's the foods that I'm eating. I really like to work out. But yeah, I just feel like it's taken a toll on my energy levels and my mood. I can kind of be a little bit grouchy sometimes. So I've been trying to figure out what's going on with my stomach, and yeah.
Wow, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
So kind of what I'm hearing you say already is just that you haven't been feeling good physically, and it's really been affecting you emotionally.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think that's kind of what I feel like we've started to pinpoint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the last few weeks as we've been talking about your emotions lately, it's kind of nice that now maybe this is something that we can have a direct cause to.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you've been suffering with some depression and anxiety the last few weeks, but maybe if we can get some of this physical illness under control, that would contribute to maybe your emotions.
Yeah, I think so too. I just saw my GI doctor yesterday as well, so we kind of got to touch base.
Okay. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so this was, I guess it was my second appointment. The first one we kind of just talked about what was going on, and then yesterday I told her that I was coming to therapy too, so I'm just going to touch base with her again. I told her I was going to talk with you and see kind of also what route that you thought was best,
okay.
And then, yeah, kind of go from there.
Great. Well, I'm glad that you went to see your doctor twice, and let her know that you were going to come see me as well. We can definitely collaborate about that. So I guess right now, what do you hope really to get out of this session today?
I guess kind of just some options. I feel like maybe even if you and my GI could talk or tag team too, that would be good. But maybe just all right, what are some things going forward that I can actually do in order to figure out and get my gut and physical ability on track to hopefully then help my mental state.
Okay. Yeah, so you want to be able to combine what I'm sharing here to take that back to your doctor to maybe get your physical state feeling better, and hopefully that will lead to a better emotional state overall as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, do you mind if I could share some information with you about that?
Yeah. Is there stuff that you know that works for other people, or I don't know, any other advice that you've given or seen improvements?
Yeah, actually, this is something that has happened to my sister as well, and so I could share a little bit about what I know for that route, and then maybe these are some options that you could take back to your doctor and try.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So, first of all, it sounds like you are working with your GI doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And are there any diets that she's recommended to you so far?
She's mentioned a couple. She's mentioned a couple options. I kind of wanted to run by you, see what your thoughts are, and she said maybe gluten. I know that's a big one always going around.
Yeah. Well, you are the expert of you.
Yeah.
And so only you will know your body. But I have heard some gluten-free diets and some dairy-free diets could be helpful, especially if people are feeling like it's a GI problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that could be helpful. I'm hesitant because of the amount that I eat with those items in it.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I feel like I'm going to push back a little bit just because of that, but
that's totally fair. I mean, the choice is up to you. So I hear you kind of being a little hesitant and resistant to that. How about you tell me more about what specifically are you hesitant about with being gluten or dairy-free?
I think it's going to be hard. I don't know. I think it's just going to be a lot to work through. I think I'm worried that I'll have mood swing, even more severe mood swings if my body, I don't know. My body's not getting certain things that it's used to getting.
Yeah.
Or that I'm going to be angry, or,
Yeah,
so I just want more extreme to happen.
Right. You worry about more mood swings.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Okay. What about maybe the option of going vegan?
I've never really thought about that before.
Yeah, I think that that's something that I also have some friends who have tried who are having some physical ailments, and overall, they kind of combined a gluten free and dairy free diet along with going vegan. But in the long run, I think sticking to being vegan overall was much more helpful.
Yeah.
And they had some gluten and dairy here and there, but overall, being vegan changed their whole diet in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah. That's something I could throw out to my GI doctor too, and then I feel like I can take what you're saying of like what you've seen potentially, and then see, and hopefully, given all these options, we can kind of pinpoint the item that I like need to remove, or what I need to stick to, or what's like sustainable for me. Just gonna be hard.
Yeah, I hear you telling me that you think it's gonna be hard, but looking for something that can be sustainable over time, would be helpful. So, I mean, you've already kind of described your desire would be to feel better with your mood swings as well. What about your ability to change your diet, either going vegan or dairy or gluten free? Do you think that's something that would be easy? I mean, you've already kind of told me that you think that transition would be hard.
Well, I live with 3 other girls, so it's hard when they're like eating other stuff that I would like want to eat. But the positive side of that is that I cook for myself, so it's not like I would have to be coaching my mom through like what to cook for me. So like I would be able to buy my groceries and like make that change for myself. It would just be like resisting and having a strong willpower when everyone else is eating other stuff I can't have.
Yeah. But so I hear the positive side of that is that you are in control of what you're eating these days, and rather than living under your parents' roof.
Yeah.
So that's already a more independent responsibility that you would be willing to take.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure.
Well, that sounds good. What are some reasons why you think overall this would be a better change for you going forward?
I think at this point, like my mental health, I need to kind of figure out what's going on. So I need a. Can you repeat the question? I don't feel like I'm giving a good answer.
That's okay. Like, if you had to tell me like 2 reasons or 2 necessary needs for wanting to change your diet, whether that be, like we've already talked a lot about your mental health, but maybe another one being to save money, to kind of cleanse your body. If you would, maybe you're pairing it with some workout routines that you're doing to overall see a better increase in health.
Yeah, I think my first and foremost reason is like relationships, just so I feel like I'm able to like participate more and be like present more and not so consumed with in my head and my body and what's going on. And then the other thing I guess would be like for the sake of figuring out with my workouts like what's going to work.
So relationships, which is a really good one, that's really self-aware that you're realizing that this is now contributing to something more so than just how you're feeling physically. And pairing it with a good workout routine to just have a better health lifestyle overall. Okay. So that sounds like you're already giving me a lot of reasons for wanting to make this change. So hypothetically, if I said on a scale of 1 to 10, and 1 not being important and 10 being the most important thing to you, how important is it for you to change your diet?
I guess relationships, I feel like being the motivation, I would probably say like a 6 or 7.
Okay.
I could get to a 7. I feel like I hold relationships in super high regard, so if I knew it was going to change that, hopefully, then.
And why would you tell me that you're at a 6, maybe a 7, and not like at a, let's say, a 4?
I don't know. I feel like I'm people motivated. I'm others motivated, so I feel like having that be my main motivation kind of puts me up there if I'm able to see results in other relationships.
Yeah. And what would it take for you to maybe get to a 9?
I don't know. Maybe if some of my roommates went dairy-free or gluten-free with me, because I feel like if my mother's motivated and other people are doing it too, then I don't know. That I feel like that would be super important if it was like really important if other people keeping me on track too.
Right. Well, again, what you decide to do is completely up to you, but I hear you already being pretty motivated for all these reasons why you want to make the change. You have a high desire to change, and it's pretty important to you. So if people would get on board and support you as well, that would be something that this change that has seemed hard and frustrating to you over the years would become easier over time.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I appreciate you coming in today, Abby.
Yeah.
Maybe I could see you in 2 weeks, and will you see your GI in between those 2 times?
Yeah, we scheduled another appointment.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I will take this information back to your doctor, the potential gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan options, and let them know that you shared it with me. And I would really share with your GI doctor about the relationship aspect as well. I think that would be such a motivating factor to you that it would be important for them to know as well.
Okay, I will. Sounds good.
Good. I'll see you in a few weeks.
Okay, bye.
Bye.